Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio. Welcome to Hunting for Answers, a true crime podcast. I'm your host, Hunter. In Charlotte, North Carolina, a teenager is sitting in a car outside a convenience store. She is waiting. Reports indicate a friend had stepped inside the store. It's the kind of stop most people make without thinking. Just a few minutes in a parking lot. But as she sits there, 3 people begin walking toward the car. At first, it's not clear why. They move closer. And then, in a matter of seconds, the moment turns violent. Gunfire breaks out. By the time it's over, the teenager has been struck multiple times. This is the story of Alysha Johnson. Alysha Johnson was just 17 years old. She had recently graduated from high school. For many people her age, this is a time filled with possibility. Plans for college, plans for work, and plans for the future. Loved ones described Alysha as a young woman who was excited about what came next. She had talked about possible careers, including nursing and law. At the time of her death, she was also preparing for a major step in her life. Alysha and her boyfriend had signed a lease for an apartment. In just a few weeks, they were planning to move into a place of their own. She was also just 1 month away from turning 18. A milestone, just weeks away. But she would never reach it. On June 17th, 2019, Alysha was in North Charlotte near Beatty's Ford Road. That afternoon, she was sitting in a car outside a convenience store. Reports say she was waiting while a friend was inside. A simple stop. Nothing that appeared out of the ordinary. But as she waited in the car, 3 people approached. What happened next unfolded in seconds. Prosecutors later said the encounter appeared to be an attempted robbery. During the encounter, one of the individuals reached for a gun and fired. Multiple shots rang out in the parking lot. Alysha Johnson was struck by the gunfire. Prosecutors later said the shooter continued firing toward the vehicle as he ran from the scene. It was the middle of the day, a public space, and in just moments, a teenager had been shot. Emergency responders arrived, but the injuries were severe. Alysha Johnson did not survive. In the hours after the shooting, investigators began piecing together what had happened. The Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department collected evidence and interviewed witnesses. Surveillance footage from the area helped investigators identify the people involved. Authorities later identified the shooter as Juan Zamora. Prosecutors also said there was no known connection between Alysha and the person who shot her. Zamora and 2 other suspects were taken into custody after the shooting. But even with an arrest, the legal process would take years. The case moved through the court system. For Alysha's family and her boyfriend, each hearing and each update was another reminder of what had happened. They continued to speak about Alysha, about who she was, and about the life she was just beginning to build. Nearly 6 years after the shooting, the case finally reached a resolution. In 2025, Juan Zamora pleaded guilty to first-degree murder in the killing of Alysha Johnson. A judge sentenced him to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The sentence brought accountability, but it could not bring back Alysha. Alysha Johnson was beginning a life that was just starting to take shape, and all of it was cut short in a moment. Our thoughts are with Alysha Johnson's family and loved ones. As we close out this episode, remember to share her story. Alysha Johnson mattered. Her life should not have ended this way. For more cases and updates, follow Hunting for Answers. You can also connect with us through our Facebook group and find us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Reach out if there's a story you believe deserves attention. Thank you for joining us for another episode. Until next time. Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network. For more podcasts from the Black Effect Podcast Network, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.